Anthony Ferraro, Dan Mancina. Two blind guys collide to bring you Four Bad Eyes Podcast.
Today's episode is brought to you by
Clusive.io. It's an online learning platform designed by the visually impaired
and blind
to create learning to connect huge companies with lots of money, lots of mullahs with the visually impaired community.
and blind.
Yes, to get jobs that are more meaningful and higher paying, on average 1.8 times more the monies.
1.8% times.
More
That's
the
almost
mullah.
double.
That's almost double for more the mullahs. And 86% of interviews nowadays are done online.
Almost
Did you know that,
100%.
Anthony?
That's almost 100%, Dan.
Inclusive is the only company that's actually giving training to nail the interview.
Thank you, Clusive.
To use the platforms to get yourself lined up in that little camera when you're behind and nail that interview. That's what's up. Inclusive is an amazing company.
And they're also working with
amazing
these
things.
companies to train them on how to work with blind or visually impaired individuals in the workspace.
Crucial.
How do you talk to them?
Crucial.
How do you interview them?
That can be very
what
intimidating.
things not to say?
That's right. Thank you, Inclusive. We love you for all the things that you do. Check them out, please.
Dan, where can people go if they're looking to get involved? If you're blind or visually impaired, know someone who's blind or visually impaired, or if you're a company looking to hire blind or visually impaired and train your employees and staff.
Clusive.io. It's that simple. Check it out. If you're visually impaired, ask your counselor, what is Clusive?
And you know, type it out. Go on your computers. Clusive.io.
Get the monies. Get a meaningful job.
1.8%.
Thank you, Clusive.
Let's get back to it. Eyes and ears.
Bad eyes and ears.
Four bad eyes and good
Bad
ears.
eyes and ears. Dude, here comes another one, dude. My gas.
Put in the mic.
No, I got to talk in this. This is a silent one.
You're like pink eye. You've been nonstop farting.
It's ever since I ate the Vegemite.
Oh, dude.
It wasn't bad.
No,
dude.
it's disgusting.
No, you just
I shouldn't say that.
you just got to expand your palate.
No, it's too salty for me.
It's very
Vegemite,
salty.
Vegemite is like, how would you describe the smell? Because the smell makes me gag alone. And I can't put a finger on what it's...
yeast. It smells like yeast or like vitamins, kind of.
So
or the marmalade. What is the other stuff?
Marmite.
Marmite smelled like when you open a...
Yeah, that
of
smells like vitamins, yeah. The Vegemite, though...
It was just yeasty.
It's so gross, dude.
Kind of fermented.
I can't tell you, I'd never have gags like that. When it hits my tongue...
I've seen you gag like that.
No, when this hits my tongue... When this hits my tongue, second the Vegemite goes in my mouth and it like takes over immediately, and I start gagging from like the bottom of my stomach.
Yeah, you can't chew, you just swallow.
Oh,
That's how the Australians eat it. Bite and swallow.
You can't just swallow your food. I get yelled at, like people tell me I don't chew my food enough.
You just like a couple of chomps and send it down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that when I'm hungry.
Yeah, and partially I think it's because I have a missing tooth, so I'm just like...
you're what would that be called? What is it called when you chew? Not mastication? What is it called?
Oh, yes.
Mastication.
Mastication.
Yeah, you're mastically impaired.
I have something wrong with my jaw where it like I can click it in and out of place.
Have you like broken your jaw before or anything?
I don't know, maybe like something from wrestling.
I had it one time where it would hurt really bad. Every time I would chew.
Yeah, that's something that's called something.
Yeah, that like happens to a lot of people.
Yeah, Kelly gets that too.
And then it just kind of went away after like a day, thank God, because it was like hurting. Like every time I would chomp down, it was strange.
Yeah, no, literally, like sometimes my jaw, sometimes it's fine, and then sometimes I'll be eating and it just gets into like this clicking.
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh, it's so annoying. You could hear it. It's
so
like loud.
when people are doing that. Yeah, drives me nuts. I heard you chewing today.
You heard the clicking?
I didn't hear the clicking, but just chomping away.
Yeah, I was chomping away. Me and my brother Ollie used to chomp real bad too. And my sister Claire's a chomper. John's a chomper. We're all pretty much.
My lady
chompers.
hates when I tap my teeth like that. It makes her like,
Why do you
shiver.
do that? I hate that. Ow, that was your teeth? Stop. All right, stop.
Because bears do that. You ever heard a bear do that?
No.
Like when they're like get near them or whatever, they'll start making a bunch of noise and
That's what they do. Ow, stop.
they
That
chomp
does
their
hurt.
jaw super loud like that just to let you know they're gonna chomp you, dude.
Do bears make noises other than that? Do they growl and shit?
Oh yeah.
Have you heard them?
I never heard them in the wild. I saw a bear when I was hunting one of the last times.
You think bears eat Vegemite?
They would.
They would.
People throw out like just rotting fish carcasses and stuff for them to eat.
Vegemite
Like
kind of had a seafoodish taste to it.
It is almost in my head I think it's gonna taste like sardines or something. Like that's what I kind of get. It's almost like a sardine-y, fishy smell, but not really. It's yeasty.
It's so. The second you open the top of the jar, it makes the whole kitchen smell.
I didn't think it was that bad, the smell.
Oh, it's so bad.
I was expecting to open that thing and be like, whoa.
I have a really weak palate, or weak stomach. What is it?
Yeah, weak stomach. Yeah.
I'm like new things, and some things I will try and love, but some most things I'm like pretty bad.
Dude, I'll be eating. The other day I was eating 4 tacos, 2 chicken, 2 carne asada, and I was like, ate the first one, the second one, and I got to the third one. I'm like, I don't know which one was chicken and which one was steak, dude. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Sometimes you just
Meat is I feel that
it's visual. There's a lot of it is visual, that taste.
especially with Mexican dishes from a Mexican restaurant. A lot of them are the same ingredients but with just different meats. Do you know what I mean? So it's all the same seasoning and everything.
Rice, beans, cheese, seasonings,
and it's just it's like in a different type of dish. Like you can get a bowl.
Different type of it's either some kind of tortilla, either fried or not.
Yeah, or a bowl, and
how many different ways? There's a comedian who talks about that.
really, that
how
is a
many
bit. That's definitely a bit.
How many different ways can you? Yeah, use beans, cheese, and rice.
But no, I know what you mean about that. Like I said, my parents not my parents, my mom and sister used to tell me oh, it's chicken, but it was fish, and it scarred me.
Yeah, fish is definitely.
Fish is one you could tell.
Yeah, fish to a meat is you can tell that for sure.
Yeah, but no, between the chicken and steak, I know what you're talking about. Same thing happened to me where Tommy and I got burritos the other night, and he got chicken or he got steak, I got chicken, but they screwed it up and gave us both chicken burritos, and he's like. He tried both, and then he's like, "Here, dude, is that chicken?" And I was like, "I think so." You don't know. It's that's crazy.
It's hard to tell. I think a lot of it is super visual.
Yeah, visual. I think that's what I was never able to see seafood. So I I don't know. I get freaked out from stuff that's not familiar.
Yeah, something new is.
Yeah.
The first time you eat it, you're like, I don't know about this.
I remember trying a oyster for the first time, and I was like, shouldn't have done that.
Oysters.
Shouldn't have done that. It was like a booger sliding down my throat.
Yeah, you don't like anything. What do you say? You don't like salmon because it's chewy. You don't like the chewiness.
I don't like that texture. Yeah.
Or raw salmon.
And like that flakiness too, or
I love salmon, dude.
Salmon's the fishiest of them all, right?
It is fishier than a lot. Yeah. It is, but I don't know. It's the best.
Speaking of salmon, you tried a Jersey bagel today.
Ooh, lox.
With lox.
That's how I like it, dude.
I would never do that.
Raw salmon
my
or
family
smoked.
orders that.
Ooh, it's the best.
Oh, it's smoked salmon?
Yeah, lox is like a smoked salmon.
Think they get that from Alaska?
Maybe the good kind. There's East Coast salmon too, right? Yeah. I think so.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah. Copper River salmon is the best.
Atlantic salmon.
Atlantic.
I used to eat river, not river.
River rats.
Fried flounder. That
Flounders
used to be my
is-
jam. Yeah.
Just like white.
My nana used to make it. Yeah, it's a white fish.
mellow, flaky
yeah.
fish is can't go wrong.
Yeah. But then it got too fishy for me at some point. I don't know where it switched. It's crazy how your don't they say your palate changes? I think you told me this like every 4 years or 5 years.
It'll change a lot.
Someone told me that.
For sure.
I think it's every 4 years or something. Your taste buds change.
Yeah.
It's
For sure.
crazy.
Yeah, the older you get, they get duller too.
Yeah.
Like older people be throwing mad salt on their food.
I never understood that because I don't put salt on stuff.
Maybe when you get older, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
I was just gonna say. Oh, when you're in Hawaii, that's where you got to eat
I really
the
do.
sushi, dude.
The fish.
That
yeah.
could change your whole perspective on it.
I know. I really need to eat poke. Like I really want to. Like the whole
Yeah.
concept sounds amazing.
Anything over
It's just-
white rice. I've been eating white rice like a champ.
Yeah, you
My number
love
one.
rice.
At
That's
least-
your number one meal.
At least 3 times a week.
Stick of butter.
Fat bowl, about a tablespoon. I mean, I do a big bowl. I'm talking like 2.5 cups of rice.
How much butter?
Which is like insane. 1 to 2 tablespoons.
When I went to Dan's house
then
for the first time,
Splash of soy sauce.
he made me rice, and when I kid you not, he cooked it with butter first off.
No.
Or you put butter in it when it was done.
Yeah.
But then you put on top of my bowl, there was it must have not melted down or something. There was 2 chunks of fat
Well,
butter
I probably
chunks
didn't
on the
mix it
top.
up for you. I just had to mix it.
Oh.
Yeah, sometimes.
Well, then I just ended up eating the freaking
sometimes
butter.
there's a hunk of Amish butter in there.
Yeah, I never like spreading butter on stuff. So when I'm at a restaurant and they have those little packets or whatever, I'll just pop it out into the bread and fold the bread over and
Inside
press it
out.
all around.
Oh yeah,
Spread it out.
good move.
Yeah,
VRT.
little trick. Is that a VRT?
No, VR teach you how to use a knife.
Oh.
But some people do just finger that bread, you know?
Yeah, dude.
Smear it
Toothpaste in the
on.
mouth.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
A lot of butter, dude. A lot of butter, though.
Especially with
rice.
Vegemite.
When I was a kid, it used to be butter, white rice, butter, soy sauce, and then Parmesan cheese, which is next level.
Parm.
Sprinkle some fresh Parmy on there. And did we talk about? Oh yeah, I talked about the pizza. Yeah, but the bagel was bomb, dude. Super good.
Oh, yeah.
They're just it's denser
It's the water.
dough, and then it's dude, they have integrity with their bagels. You know what I mean? Because otherwise, you come out with a bagel spot in Jersey or New York, you better come with it, dude. Because anything else, if it's not decent, you're not gonna last.
It's so
You know what I
true.
mean? You're just, everyone's like, "No, that place sucks."
Same thing with bread in New Jersey, New York. They take it very seriously.
All the bread.
You
yeah.
go to any corner deli, especially in New York City, that blew my mind. You can go to the most rundown looking corner deli,
Yeah.
and you go in there and order a sandwich. It's the most bomb sandwich.
bread baked that
Yeah,
way.
yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, Michigan is slacking on. I mean, there's a couple of delis
No,
that do that.
a lot of places I go in the country,
Oh yeah, it's
it's
not
just
like
different.
that.
I got spoiled.
It's so good. The bread is the most important thing on the sub.
Yes.
That
Sub.
literally is it.
Do they call it a sub in Michigan?
Yeah. What do you call them here?
Sub.
Sub.
Yeah. Some people call it a hoagie.
Hoagie. Yeah. Hoagie is it has a different meaning kind of. In Michigan, it's hoagie would be a cheesesteak
Yeah, yeah.
or a po' boy hoagie.
The hoagies also, to me, have different bread. It's a softer roll.
It's a giant hot dog.
Yes, yeah.
It's
weird.
a bun, not a
Yes,
not
yeah.
a-
It's
yeah.
not the same.
not a sub bun.
What else? They call it, there's one other name. Not a blimpie.
Sangatuweech.
No. There's one other. It'll come to me. Whatever.
Blimpie? Yeah, I think some people. Oh, there's a place like a chain called Blimpies,
Sub. Whatever. It'll
but it's
come
all
to me.
garbage.
Grinder?
A grinder. That's it. Yes. Thank you. Grinder.
I think.
Oh my God.
Did you hear that one?
That vibrated my
I don't know
chair.
if you heard that, dude. It's nonstop.
Oh, you know what he's been saying, Tommy? They don't smell.
Right now, they don't smell.
That's a hilarious concept.
I told Tommy that one time we were in
Shit
the
don't
car.
stink, dude.
I was farting and he was driving and I farted so loud he put the windows down. I was like, dude, they don't smell. My farts don't smell.
That one smells like
Every time you fart now, you just start yelling at. You do like your 10-year-old voice. You're like, no, they don't smell.
They were smelling earlier.
Yeah, Dan farted in the car on the way home from the skate park today, and when I my friend drive, we got mad, it was bad.
It was brutal.
It was. You probably.
I hadn't pooped in 2 days.
Yeah, dude, we gotta call Steve.
Ask him if he pooped.
Yes.
Can I plug into the thing?
No, just.
Let's plug into the thing.
I don't know how to switch it.
I need to speak to this
Can I
man.
just plug in?
No, it's Bluetooth.
Anthony, we're going for high quality here.
I know.
All right, keep talking.
So, yeah, Dan's friend Steve, who doesn't poop, he poops once a week. We need to talk to him. It's really interesting to me. I think it's quite impossible. But what else? Today we went to the skate park. I learned a new trick. Tommy, I learned frontside tail slide on a ledge.
Damn, son.
Yeah, stepping it up in this world. I'm gonna be big time one day.
All right, here we go.
Just kidding.
Front tails.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
No, don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. I want it to be.
It'll be all right. It'll come through good.
I don't know if he's gonna answer.
Oh, but he won't. Oh, he'll be able to hear me. Yeah, there you go.
Come on, Steven. Don't do
Come
it
on,
with this.
don't do us dirty.
Your call.
Oh.
Wow. That's strike two, dude.
Should we call Coco back? I really think we should.
Call him back? Sure, give
Yeah.
him a call.
Yeah. Call him later.
Too many phone. A lot of phone calls.
A lot of
on
phone
this
calls,
podcast here.
Hey, phone calls are fun though. We should do. I used to prank phone call when I was a kid. You ever do that?
Oh yeah.
I have a good story about it. Who would you prank phone
I
call?
was never very good at it.
Really?
Yeah, just like businesses or just open the phone.
So-
Book. Yeah.
So one time, I must have been 8 years old, and I had the best babysitter, dude. She used to let me throw water balloons out her car window, at people and stuff. One time I hit a guy. He was walking to work in his suit in the morning, and I nailed him with a water balloon out the window.
Was it Devil's Night?
No, it was just the middle of the morning.
That's
Early
amazing.
morning, regular day. She would take me to get water guns and stuff. But so she used to let me prank phone call places. One day, me and my cousin Ellie were hanging out, and we're making prank phone calls, and we prank phone call the ice cream shop, and I forget what I said. I think I just made some. I was so young and little, and I was just saying stupid stuff oh, I like the place, blah blah blah, 20,000 orders of,
Yeah.
poop flavored ice cream, and they were like, "We're calling the cops," and that was the first time someone had ever said that to me on a prank phone call, dude.
You were going to
I
jail.
hung up the phone. We hid in my closet for an hour. We were crying,
An hour.
so scared.
Steve's calling me.
Oh, yes.
Steve.
Hi,
Steve,
boss.
welcome to
What's
the
up, man?
Four Bad Eyes podcast.
You're on Four Bad Eyes
Oh,
podcast.
no way. Uh-oh.
We have some
Not
business.
prepared for this.
We've been talking.
We-
We've been talking about you on here.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
you've been a hot topic of discussion lately.
We want to know how often you poop a week.
Poop a week. It depends what I eat, but never 2 days in a row.
Never
When I'm
two.
on a skate,
Yeah.
when I'm on a skate trip, I might sometimes not at all.
Yeah. What's the longest you've gone? Didn't you go a whole Puerto Rico trip?
No, not a whole Puerto Rico. Well, maybe one of the first ones where it was just a week.
Is it
Just a week.
Do you think it's
Yeah.
like an anxiety thing?
I think I have a really bad diet, and I'm too ashamed to admit it. You know, I don't eat the best. I drink a lot.
Yeah, that should
So,
be making you.
Have
poop.
you always been like that? Like just with the poop?
Yeah, my my dad's like that too. You know,
Really?
You know, nice 45-minute sessions in the bathroom.
So
You
when
know, get the
you
week out.
When you do poop, it'll be long and
Oh yeah,
a
I'm
lot.
in there for a while. I got
Oh.
block off a time in my calendar.
And wait, is the whole time like being used
Oh,
for
yeah.
poop? Oh
Yep.
wow, it's not just like reading an article.
Not like consistently either. You know, it's like
Yeah.
little rounds.
Does
before
it
and then there's like a final boss usually.
does it start to like does it start to hurt from not pooping for so long?
No,
you don't have like.
You don't get
I
like
don't think there's any pain. There's
no
no pain.
no like brick in your stomach you could feel?
No,
Wait, so how many days have you gone? Would you say is your longest amount of days?
probably the Puerto Rico trip. That's pretty insane.
How like 7 days?
I'd say 5. You know, just
5
business
days.
week.
Do you use a squatty potty?
I don't.
Dude, it's life
I've heard that's
changing.
key, huh?
Life changing. I have a travel one. It's called a porta.
Travel one.
It's called a porta squatty. It folds up.
Hold it
That's
like.
a solid name.
Yeah.
That seems a little. How often you gotta sanitize that?
Probably more than I do. It comes in a travel bag.
Okay.
Steve,
Fair.
Steve, you mentioned your diet, and you drink a lot. Do you drink a lot of beer?
Yeah, a lot of beer.
That makes me poop.
Yeah, most
what we're
most
saying.
people who drink a lot
Yeah,
of
I
beer.
don't know. I don't get the beer shits. I don't get the coffee shits.
Yeah, you drink a lot of coffee too, or it used to be heavy coffee. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
something
poop
ain't
shit.
right in there. I don't know. You know, I might be getting to that age of
If you eat
getting
it,
the old finger up there.
if you eat it,
I did it at 22.
Yeah, you should get that checked for sure. If you get a, if you eat a salad, does that like have to make you poop right away?
I don't think so.
No, it's not like instant something. Like
Fiber might help.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my
Yeah.
fiber is.
Yeah, when I had to get
Dangerous.
surgery, I got butt surgery because I had like hemorrhoids and a fissure, and I had to like put this fiber powder in my food.
Did that help though?
Yeah, it helped a
Did
lot.
Kelly put fiber in my dinner?
No,
That's why my stomach hurts and I'm farting.
no, you swallowed.
She did, didn't she?
No.
I know she did. That's what this pain is. I know this pain.
Yeah, we
I know
dosed
this
you.
thing.
You gotta
We dosed
sprinkle a
you.
little.
Familiar.
You gotta sprinkle a little flaxseed in your meals. Might
Some
help.
slacks.
Something like
Yeah.
that.
Steve, are you a fat guy, skinny guy?
No, he's skinny.
you're
Yeah, I'm pretty skinny.
so
I just got I got the little water weight of a beer gut, I would say, but nothing.
But
So-
you're usually
I'm in shape.
you're usually
Well, I
like
wouldn't say I'm in shape.
155, aren't you?
Oh, you're a smaller guy.
He's like
do you
155.
do you work out?
Oh, yeah. I went to the doctor the other day. I'm 154 and I'm about like 5'7", I think, 5'8".
Oh wow.
Standard.
Yeah, no, that's very like in
Skates
shape.
like almost every day.
Yep.
Are you the filmer?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you're the man.
You know
Kurt,
him
You're the
on.
man.
You're the man, dude.
You know him on. You know him on Instagram as Dan's Filmer
Yep.
and
Facts.
Steve is Films
I think we hung out a little bit when I was over at Dan's
birthday
little party there one
Yeah.
time.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Awesome. All right, we just had to
Dude,
get. I had to clarify.
Thank
some
you. We
questions.
didn't believe Dan. We every time we like poop in the morning now, we're like, how does Steve do it?
I did talk
Reach
you
out
up.
to him.
I was thinking more once a week, but you can be like you're like 2-3 days on average.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean,
Dan.
also too, like when I'm at home and I'm like cooking,
Yeah.
I notice I'm more often.
Yeah. you're
But when
more
I'm
frequent.
out, like I don't know, it's
Right.
weird.
Right. What about when you just went to New York? Did you go a long time?
A couple times.
A couple times. All right. That's good. You're getting better. Getting better.
Yeah.
Let me know next time you're in New York.
What was the fiber thing you were talking about? What'd you call it?
Dude, I went to you go to like a. Do you have like a health food store?
Maybe you could go to like GNC or anything.
Yeah, or something like that.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
get like a fiber powder, but there's different kinds, so you just ask them. Say you need help with like bowel movements.
okay.
Yeah.
You need to be more frequent.
According to this website, it's totally normal to make a bowel movement anywhere between 3 times a day and 3 times a week.
Wow.
I go 3 times a day. I gotta go lay down. Like I'm done for the day.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
No, but 3 times a week is normal.
Oh, a week. Okay, I thought you said a day.
No, he said anywhere from 3 times a day to 3 times a week. Yeah.
That's a big a big range.
Yeah.
Wide range. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Love you, Steve.
Yeah.
Let me know
Love you
next
guys.
time. Let me know next time you're in New York.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, cool.
All right.
Peace, brother. Thanks.
Later.
Wow.
Being so candid, Steve.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. That was very vulnerable.
So he's in the normal
Yeah, no,
range.
he's in the. I found out babies only do it once a week, so that's weird.
What?
Yeah, some like
No.
new.
That is
Is that not true?
No, dude. No, they be pooping. Do you have diapers on you nonstop?
Even like a 1.5-year-old.
Oh, yeah, it probably could be a little less for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
When they start getting a little
Yeah,
older.
exactly.
Yeah. Once a week's a little. That's when you have to be like, all right, kid, you need to eat some green beans, dude.
Needs fiber powder.
Probably been like a baby. Baby's
No,
pooping
no,
all
no,
the time.
yeah.
Eat, peep, sloop. Eat, peep, eat, poop, sleep. Eat, peep, sleep. Eat, peep, sloop. Yeah.
Eat, poop, sleep.
It's hard to say.
Oh man.
Steve. Should we pull up a Craigslist or something?
Yeah, what do you got, Tom? You got anything over
I
there?
want to pop up a maybe Craigslist.
I was looking up some Halloween.
No.
We're gonna say that
Dude,
for
save
next
that.
time. Yeah, we're gonna do a
Save
full Halloween
Yeah.
episode, which may be before you hear this or after. Yeah, that episode already happened. Hopefully you've gotten sleep.
Indulged.
We've gotten sleep in the last week.
Yeah.
Not too scared.
I could get a Craigslist for you in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Dude, she definitely gave me fiber powder. That's what this is.
You have been so burpy and gassy.
That's what this is, dude. She gave me fiber. You're not to.
There's fiber in the meal we ate and the salad, dude. The salad.
It's just a salad, yeah.
Yeah, there was flax in that. Flax oil.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're just covering up for Kelly now.
No, I know because it makes me do the same thing. It's healthy.
My stomach. I thought it was just a Vegemite.
Kelly made this awesome chicken thighs and meals.
I actually haven't had greens in at least a good 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, I haven't had greens in a second either.
But see what we got on the old Craigslist. Craigslist, baby.
Yo,
What
you got on that John?
So I'm back on that website that just has the craziest Craigslist ads ranked.
Yeah.
Some people might have seen this one, but it's a picture of a guy in a green lifted F-150, and
Already sold.
Yeah, I'm down.
and he's wearing a cowboy hat. He's like looking at the camera, and he's got like the one arm on the window,
Yeah, yeah.
and the caption is "Screw Uber. It's Friday night. Don't drink and drive. Message me and I'll come get you in a 2000 Ford F-250 4x4 with a case of beer and a cooler in the back, blasting Skinnerd on the speakers, and I'll holler, 'Hell yeah, brother,'
Oh
at
my
everything
God.
you say."
I would hire that guy.
Is there a price?
I think it's up to it depends on how far you're trying to go.
I'd also
Yeah.
need to see a background check.
I wouldn't. I think that's the best
Yeah, that's great. I would if I saw. I'd do that.
business campaign.
I don't know.
I would do that
He could be catfishing.
as long as he's not
You
drinking.
think he catfished?
No, I think he's just that he's good at marketing, dude.
Or he definitely fishes for catfish
He
if
has
he's
a-
true.
Yeah, he has a demographic that he's going for.
Hell yeah, brother.
Holler, hell yeah, brother, at everything you say.
That's like Hulk Hogan.
The cooler in the back
The
is
cooler in
really
the back.
selling.
That sounded like. Are you sure he didn't just print out country song lyrics? That sounded like lyrics to a country
That's
song.
like a modern day country song.
Yeah. I got my F-250 and the cooler in the back.
Not legal in most states, but it's like a party bus.
It's a party truck.
It's a
It's a party
it's an
4x4.
affordable party bus.
Here's a good one from Brooklyn.
Ooh,
And
Brooklyn.
it's
We could do this.
We could.
free human-sized hamster wheel.
Whoa. Wait. Is this still available?
No way.
I think we're too late. It probably sold in seconds. It's a free human-sized hamster wheel. Picture of a guy like in a room that's like essentially the room is like decorated as a hamster's cage.
Oh my God.
But it's life size. There's like the water thing, like
The
where
water- yeah.
yeah. And then there's like
Sawdust everywhere.
yeah, sawdust everywhere. And then it reads, free human-sized hamster wheel available for immediate pickup. Can accommodate up to 200 pounds. Fully functionable. Not recommended for houses with small children or animals. Not really sure why.
You could run your dog on that. It'd be hyped.
Delta would love that thing.
Just put a little collar with like a dangling treat in front of that.
Yeah, like Twinkie.
They have there's a bald guy with glasses in the hamster wheel in the photo. He's wearing jeans and Hawaiian t-shirt, and he's just running through the hamster wheel.
Does it look like it's a homemade kind of thing?
It doesn't. It looks like it was made in a factory.
Wow.
Like the wheel itself. Everything else, like maybe,
Yeah.
homemade. But the wheel itself looks like it was welded and
Is the wheel a solid? Is the part you run on like completely flat, or is it? I think a hamster wheel is like a bunch of little mini bars, right?
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's what there's a bunch of. That sounds like you could get your feet could like slip through there or something. You know what I mean?
I'd be scared to fall through.
It looks like so there's bars, but then there's like a chain link over that.
Oh, so you can walk
okay.
on it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So you can imagine, like, I'd be afraid to be running and just nail my teeth on a bar. Like, fall forward.
It sounds like he was like into some furry stuff or something.
He might have been a furry.
Used for some adult activities or something.
But what if he was asexual?
The whole room set up.
What if he's an asexual
I think he
furry?
was using hamsters for something else, dude.
Where are you getting life-size hamsters?
No, regular hamsters.
On his big hamster wheel?
No, he was using them for something else.
Oh, okay.
This is Brooklyn too, so I don't know, Ants. You used to live there, you and Kelly. So
I had a pet hamster in Brooklyn.
was it the size of you?
No, my hamster wheel was.
So you were selling this?
No, I bought it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, that thing sounds like it would be really fun for a day. And be like, okay, I gotta put this back on Craigslist.
That's why he did it.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't know. It sounds like he had it for a while because he has the whole room set up.
I would try and, like, go on it with my skateboard.
What other? Are
Do
there
the
any
loop.
other funny hamster features in the room? Is there like a hamster toy or like a bowl of pebbles?
A little tree to climb on.
no, that's about
That's
it. There's
about
just
it.
the wheel and then the sawdust and the water.
Sawdust.
Is he wearing shoes?
Dude, we gotta go to this guy's
he
apartment.
is wearing shoes.
Just some regular old tennis shoes? Yeah. That's interesting.
That is weird.
Yeah, I want it. I want crap. Anything giant size,
Yeah.
I love, dude.
Me too. Like, even stuffed animals.
Stuffed animals like a giant hand, bear claw or something. The Hulk hands are awesome.
Hulk hands.
Yeah,
We should battle with Hulk hands.
Hulk hands. When we, on our last Adidas trip, we were in where were we? Who's Wisconsin? What's their football team?
The cheese?
Yeah, the Cheese. Well, who's
Wait, isn't it
Wisconsin?
actually the Chiefs? No.
Oh. Do you know this, Tommy?
um.
Who's Wisconsin? Jeez.
Oh,
It's not the Packers.
Yeah, the Green Bay. Green Bay Packers. That's
the football
Wisconsin.
team in
Green Bay,
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin.
That is Green Bay?
Yep.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
thinking that was Pittsburgh.
No. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a pack. All right. Well, I don't know.
Football.
Long story, too long. But
Football.
they had like a Packers hand, but it had like a beer koozie in it. you know,
Oh,
so
I
you
was
put
just
the
going
beer
to
in
say,
there.
I knew someone that had that. Yeah.
That was like the theme of the weekend. It was
Yeah.
pretty fun. It got beat up, dude. By the end of the weekend, there was like cigarette burns in it. The
Jeez.
one day, the one night we partied, Dennis came downstairs from the hotel, and the hand was just laying outside the lobby, just on the ground, with like an empty beer and just looking all sad. But he grabbed it, so it got passed out. It was funny.
Oh, you patched it up.
Yeah, that thing got beat up. It was funny though.
Burning cigs in the Hulk hand.
Yeah, they made a little hole to put doobies in there and stuff. That was hilarious.
Oh man,
Good times, dude.
the doob tube.
Tip, Dad.
You want to hear another Craigslist?
Yeah, here's a good one more.
This is from Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, my brother went to college there, John. He went to UNCW.
This is under the gigs section.
Shout out to the
creative
Badgers.
creative gigs in North Carolina. And this one's titled, I Need a Wig. I have a DUI court on the 14th, and I got drunk and watched Last of the Mohicans and ran into the bathroom and gave myself a mohawk. I refuse to cut it off, but I can't go to court with a friggin' mohawk. So anyone have a wig? I don't care how ridiculous it is. Tell me your price. This is not a joke.
Oh my God. I refuse to cut my mohawk.
Someone get him a wig.
Or you just don't spike the mohawk
Just wear a hat.
and just do the professional mohawk where it's just flat coming down in the back. A
A
little bit of gel in there.
little party in the back.
Or just shave the thing.
Just shave your fucking mohawk.
Yeah, you're going to court,
You're
dude.
going to jail.
Yeah.
No, you're just not going to be able to drive. That must suck. I would hate to not be able to drive.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
No.
I couldn't imagine a life without driving, dude. I don't know. That's funny, but it's like, yeah, I'm a little too serious.
Did you
for
get
that
any
one.
joy from driving?
Me?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, is it something you miss? Like,
I
not
never liked
other
driving.
than the fact that it could get you from point A to B.
Yeah,
do you miss
we talked about this a bit, but
I know, but I'm curious. Do you miss the act of it or no?
I do miss it. Yeah,
Okay.
but I never, like I said, I never enjoyed driving like long distances. I never liked driving.
But what about if you could get it back now? Would you drive long distance?
I probably still wouldn't like it after a while. It would be fun for like a week, and then it would be like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't want to drive far. Anytime going up north, yeah, have somebody else drive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or super long. Anything over an hour. Did you hear that?
Yeah. Stop
again.
farting.
Your wife is the one who gave me fiber dust. Carbon fiber dust. Not good. She messed me up, dude. It's going to be all night.
Yeah. Well, you're closing the door and staying in the insulated rooms.
Does it insulate smells, too? Probably
What?
somewhat in here. Insulate smells. No, the foam probably absorbs more smells, actually.
I don't know. Put your face against the foam.
Mm.
You might get pink
I mean,
eye.
I know what it feels like, but I think it absorbs.
You might get pink eye.
I could. Why? You wiping your butt on these things?
No, from all your fart gases, dude.
Oh, you think it's yeah,
Yeah.
poop particles? I do sleep naked, so no, I don't. You ever sleep naked? I actually sleep naked quite a bit
I do
during the summer.
sometimes, yeah.
During
but
the summer, yeah. My house is way
In the
too
winter, I can't do it.
Yeah, my house is too
I
cold.
just can't. I'll end up like going to sleep with sweatpants and like a sweatshirt on, and then like stripping through the
that
night.
I can't. I'm just boxer briefs. That's all I wear.
Yeah, no, that's what I end up in like very quickly.
But I can't even lay down with all that on. I won't be able to
Yeah.
fall asleep. Heather does the same thing. She puts on, all this stuff, and she knows that even if she's not wearing all of that, she just has shorts and like a sleep tee, she's sweating, dude, throughout the night. But if she's cold, she'll go to bed like, I'm like, why do you wear all that? She's like, I'm cold, but like, you're only going to be cold for a couple minutes.
I sweat a lot from
understand.
the type of sheets I've
Like
noticed.
like a jersey knit.
Like if it's like a cheap sheet, my body just like pours sweat. Like some hotels or Airbnbs.
Yeah, but how do you go into bed with all your sweatpants and stuff?
No. I won't sweat with that stuff on. I'll sweat naked. Like I'll literally pour sweat if I'm naked. It's weird. I'm a sweater in my sleep.
Yeah.
But not in the winter. But
Kids are the hottest sleepers.
really,
It's on fire, dude. Oh, yeah. Even if they're little, like 3 years old, there's like little ovens next to you.
yeah.
Get off of me.
Yeah, Delta like she sleeps on my legs,
I
and
like
that keeps me so warm.
Yeah, she's like a weighted blanket.
Yeah.
Do you have a weighted blanket?
No, I really want one.
Have you not used one yet?
I used one once at a friend's house, and I actually loved it.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're so nice.
I want I want like 2 put together, like a heavy one.
My whole life, anytime I got scared, to this day, like if I'm scared or upset or something, if I put my head under the blanket or like just wrap myself up, I feel safe.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Do you remember that? Like, you think there's a monster in your room?
You need a thunder vest, dude.
What is that?
Isn't that what they call them? For dogs who are like afraid of fireworks and stuff? There's like a little vest that's like a weighted kind of thing.
Oh, I need to get one of those for Delta. She hates
And
fireworks.
it's supposed to be like, I don't know. It works for some dogs.
But no, I literally, if I thought there was a ghost or monster in the room, if I just put my head under the blanket, I was
Yeah,
safe.
you
They
think
couldn't
you're
touch
safe.
me.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, it's a
They
known
can't-
fact. They can't get through covers
I was
or
the
sheets.
same way, Ants. Like up until high school, I had to sleep with my head under the covers.
Dude, my dad, one time I got so scared, I was like crying. I was a little baby, like maybe 5. I was like, these monsters are going to get me, or the ghosts. He's like, if a ghost come in here, I'll punch it right in the nose. And I was like, all right. I was like safe after
It's gonna
that.
go right through his nose.
No. But he told me you punch it in the nose.
What if it's Casper the Friendly Ghost?
Well, then I know.
You ever watch that movie?
Mm.
You know that movie?
Yeah, I loved that movie,
That was a
actually.
good one.
That was a great one.
That was a really
Great wreck. Great wreck.
fun movie for kids. I don't know if it holds up. I haven't seen it in a while, but
Yeah, it's true.
When I was little, I watched some UFO alien abduction thing. Like it came on like Discovery Channel or History, and like it became my biggest fear. Like I as like 10, 12-year-old Tommy, I was terrified that I would fall asleep and get abducted by aliens.
yeah.
So I had to sleep under the covers.
Aliens, dude, they're out there.
The scariest I ever was watching a movie was after Jeepers Creepers, I think. That movie freaked me out.
Do you know I never saw that.
It's terrifying.
Jeepers.
It's a very visual movie.
I heard
though.
people. Yeah,
Very
that's the
visual.
thing with a lot of scary movies. A lot of them are visual.
There's
They
a
just
lot
have
of
those
scenes that
creepy
are-
music.
Yeah, the creep music's scary.
Yeah, it does. Even if you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
What movie? I saw. This is so dumb. I was watching Scary Movie 1 with my older brothers,
Yeah.
and I was terrified.
Yeah.
I was like when he would be like behind the couch and shit, like call her in the house, and he was like, I see
Yeah. That movie was super silly.
you. But I didn't understand the silly humor, so I was terrified.
No, yeah. Even dumb movies like that will get me a little spooked for sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Have you ever heard like, or you could just not believe in it at all, but have you ever like heard anything like voices or felt presence or anything, or felt anything weird? Do you have any stories like that?
I don't know. We should say that for Halloween.
Yeah, you should.
I'll probably be
should.
talking about it on
Yeah.
Halloween.
All right.
I don't think I really. No, I mean you definitely get like that eerie feeling.
Yeah.
Get that eerie feeling. I don't even hear voices. You hearing voices, bro?
No.
You can go get that checked out, bro.
I guess I shouldn't say
You need
that. Hear
contact.
voices. That's not the
You need
right like
contact.
phrasing.
I know what you're saying though.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Where you
do
just
need.
feel spooked.
I need better help. Better help.
It's all mental though. It's all in your head, dude. And you get scared.
Yeah, it is. It's totally mental.
Because it's just like, right now, the time of year, I start thinking about spooky things and being scared. And then next thing I know, like the other day when the window was cracked, when my
Yeah.
kitchen window was open,
Yeah.
I don't know who opened it. That was like the rest of the night. I was like on edge.
It was freaky. Yeah.
We were doing a podcast. I thought I heard something. I was like lifting my headphones off. Like, did I just hear something? Yeah. Once you get it in your head, dude, it's hard to get out.
Yeah.
But like I said, dude, you know my method. If I get scared,
You masturbate.
if you're in bed and you get scared and you think something's watching you, you just start masturbating and then
They'll
it
go
goes
away.
away.
Yeah.
it's the best method.
Wait, they'll go away or it goes away?
Both.
Yeah. Unless they're a
yeah,
weird ghost.
unless they're into it. Unless they're into it. Unless it's like that guy who had the hamster wheel. He's probably into it. What time we at?
That was it.
Let's see.
A little bit.
Gotta be. All right.
10 minutes.
What else you got for me, doggy? I don't know.
What else? Try to think. God,
Yeah, you learned your tail slides today.
I know I did.
That's good. A new trick. Great park,
God.
dude.
Got any peeves?
Peeves. I don't know. I don't have any off the top of the head. Peeves. I don't know. What do you got? Didn't you have a new premise?
What was my premise?
We're just stealing Mark Norman's and Sam's podcast.
No, I think I know. I know. No, I had a premise though. It was really good, wasn't it? What was my premise? Shit.
Oh, it was the pictures.
Oh.
DM.
Oh yeah. All right. First, yeah, I said this on here that one of my peeves is when people send me pictures. So we said, the premise is like people sending me all these pictures with no description. So the worst part is I gotta go ask someone what the picture is. So it's all annoying. I'm like, oh, it's cool, flowers. Oh, so beautiful, your wedding. And then I went and asked my buddy Greg the other day, Greg, can you tell me this picture? And he's like, or no, not Greg. Damn, I'm screwing it up.
You messed.
I said my wife.
Greg sent you a picture.
Greg sent me a picture. My buddy Greg sent me a picture, and I went to show my wife, and she's like, why do you have dick pics on your phone?
Yeah. You gotta switch because I think you're gonna expect the dick pic.
I know
is
the
coming.
dick pic
So you
is
gotta
expected.
That's where you gotta throw the curveball.
I know, but like the curveball can be really like,
Yeah, you could go anywhere. With
yeah,
it. Get as raunchy as you want with that.
yeah.
one.
Say fucking
But yeah, it's good
premise.
Come
Yeah.
up with it.
yeah. It's all right.
I don't know.
You know what one of my peeves is?
What?
You ever walk down the street with your cane, and you're you're on your own.
Ooh, I thought of a peep too. Go ahead.
You're on your own, and you walk like someone's in the middle, right? They're just standing there, maybe on their phone or something,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't get out of your way, but you're clearly coming that way, and they're just, it's not even a blind thing. Like, they're just being dumb. And you hit them, and they're like, whoa. And you're like, oh, my bad. And they're like, you're all good. Like, it was your fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I hate that. Like, you're good. I hate when people, you're good. I hate that.
Something about that gets you.
It just,
You're good.
dude, I hate that. You're good.
Just hit him with the "so are you."
Yeah. That'd be
Yeah.
good. It's like,
So are you. Yeah. I thought the one I thought of was like when we were skating at the skate park the other day,
mm-hmm.
and like say someone's board shoots out and is riding towards you, and like we would move out of the way, and then you'd hear like kids like, whoa, how did he do that? Or like if the board is like moving and you stop it with your foot, and they're like, I would hear
Yes.
like a bunch of little kids like, whoa, that was amazing. That for some reason irks me.
No, it's when people get
'Cause it's-
so overwhelmingly like amazed about stupid
stupid
mundane things.
Yeah, that's
That
a
are
peeve
just
for
like-
sure.
Dude, that's like that's just like sink or swim type of thing. Like you're
Yeah,
just
exactly.
it's instinct.
Yeah. That one gets me a little bit. That was driving me nuts at the park. That hurt like 8 times.
Oh, those kids. Yeah,
Every
there's a
time
lot
I
of
would,
kids
like,
at
stop
that
a board
one.
or something. Whoa,
A lot of
that was
kids get
insane.
hype on that one.
It's like, no, it wasn't really. You can just hear the board rolling towards you. And you don't want to get blasted by it. So, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my peeve. It's my blind peeve.
Yeah, there's
My other peeve is when people put fiber dust in your dinner.
Dude, this story is worth telling again. When I was taking that fiber after my surgery,
Oh my god.
stop farting,
I can't.
or at least do it in the microphone.
Oh,
Just kidding.
well,
But when I was taking that fiber, I was eating a lot of fiber, and I had no control of my back. Like, I had no control of my sphincter because they had to cut my sphincter muscle. And so, like, I couldn't flex my butt really or anything. And I'm at my dresser trying to, figure stuff out up there. And Kelly's at my desk working on her computer, and all of a sudden, I think I have to fart, and I like go to fart, and I was like, no, don't fart, and I went to like squeeze my cheeks, and they wouldn't squeeze, and the pool just came out, dude, and she ran over because I was like, ah, and she ran over. I was like doped down on the medicine. I was just all messed up.
Did you
and
just not move?
Dude, I did not move. I just stood there frozen, and she ran over and like tightened the pant legs around my ankles so it all stayed in, and I'd do like the freaking walk of shame to the shower, dude, to like hang it all up.
Stingray shuffle to the.
Oh.
That's a nasty.
It was embarrassing too. I remember being in the shower, being like crying basically. I just shit myself.
So hectic.
Another
poop. More poop for the podcast. The poop. We're changing the name to the poop for poop podcast.
The poopy cast. No, but that was just something about doing that as a grown human.
Yeah, it's demoralizing.
Yeah.
You're ready for old age, dude.
It's like in Billy Madison when the kid pees himself. So he pees himself or like puts water on his pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Just make him feel good. That was so sweet.
Peeing your pants is cool. Consider me Miles Davis.
Yeah.
How's that like that?
I don't know.
No, what we were saying was like demoralized by.
Because the kid was so like demoralized.
Yeah.
And then he made him better.
Let's do it in public.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't think I ever really peed I guess I don't remember peeing my pants as a kid in school.
You ever pee the bed?
As a kid, yeah, obviously, yeah, but not as an adult. No, I've never gotten like drunk and peed the bed like that, like people do. You know, like get wasted. I've always had control.
Yeah, I've never done that.
That much control, yeah.
Yeah, I know someone that got drunk, and they peed. They don't even remember doing it, but they peed like on the walls of a hotel room and threw up and was like throwing their throw up around.
I've seen that twice. First, when I moved to Cali, we were partying hard. My buddy Sean, he crashed, and then we're all hanging out in the living room of the apartment, and he just comes out of his room and just starts, I think I already said this once, but he just starts peeing on the wall.
I don't think you said that.
The bathroom's like 5 feet to his left. I'm like, yo, Sean, whoa, dude. But he's just like, no, it was fine. I was peeing.
What?
Like, dude, what?
How do people do that?
And then the second time, this was like maybe like 5 years ago, not that long ago, my other buddy, an adult, Nate, got hammered. We're sharing a room. Me, Heather, him, and his girl at the time. At the end of our bed is all of our snow stuff. They were like snowboarding and we were doing snowshoeing. He just gets up, goes to the end of our bed and is facing us, and he starts peeing. And I was like, is he peeing? Because like, what are you, like, Nate, what are you doing? Oh. And then I heard his pee. I was like, oh, and I was just laughing at this one. I was like, Nate, hey, buddy, what are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? He's like, oh, no. He just put his hands on the bed, like kind of like, nothing. What's going on? No, it's all good. It's okay.
Little puppy.
It's okay. I was like, all right, Nate. You just peed, but you're all right. He's like, okay. And then he just went to bed. And then, like, in the morning, he peed, like, all over Heather's purse.
Oh, my.
And, like, her beanie and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, that's when, like the thing with that, like, what I said, like, that's when you gotta, like, reevaluate your drinking.
Yeah.
That's when you're gonna be like, okay, maybe, like, one less?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Maybe stop before I can't
that was John. We were just having a good time. You know, it's all right, dude. As long as you're not peeing. No, you're not peeing like that more than, if you're doing that more than once a year, yeah, I think you should reevaluate. I'll give it one of those a year.
One pass a year.
One pass a year, but yeah.
I don't know, dude. Pass.
All right. I think we should call it. This has been a 4 Bad Eyes production.
Yeah, dude. I gotta go to class.
You go to class?
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu?
No.
What class?
Drama.
Oh, you gotta sign in?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get you on there.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff goes a long, long way.
Yeah, subscribe to the YouTube.
Yes, I want that plaque. And once I hit 1 million, I can never remember.
I think it was 10 million.
10 million subscriptions.
Because the tattoo is forever,
Tattoo. I get tattooed. Anthony gets his head shaved.
and
I
we
get
got
to
to
cut his hair.
donate my hair to somewhere.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
Dan at 4badeyes.com.
Anthony at 4badeyes.com.
Is it? No. Is it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Keep pushing.
Thank you, Pete. One love.
Keep pushing, and one love from 4 Bad Eyes.